John Travolta needs no introduction. He's one of Hollywood's most enduring actors, having played vastly varied characters in his 4 decades in the movie industry.
Wow, 4 decades. We think he's best remembered, though, for his roles as Tony Manero in Saturday Night Fever, Danny Zuko in Grease, Vincent Vega in Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of that movie. In the second part of our interview with the actor, who was in town just a few days ago, he talked with AM Live producer Hasnita Majid about the importance of versatility for an actor, plus his take on directors he's worked with.
To what do I owe this pleasure?
Dennis, we need your files on the Baja Cartel.
Have a nice day.
Dennis, you step out that car. I'm coming down to San Diego to introduce myself to your district supervisor. You're gonna have a hard time explaining $500,000 parked in the Cook Islands when you clear 110 after taxes. Names, history, stash houses.
That ain't part of the deal, buddy boy.
It is. You've been hailed as dynamic and unforgettable, and some say it's because you keep reinventing yourself. Do you think that it's important for actors to keep doing that?
I think it's extremely important for an actor to reinvent themselves with confidence. Because the more confidence you have in a character, the more comfortable the audience is. And so when you create a new persona, you give it all you have with the knowledge and the confidence that the audience will accept it, and they usually will. It's when you go into it with doubt or reservation that it causes a maybe and not a certainty. So my key to this kind of success is that I only take characters that I have complete confidence that, even though they're challenging, that I will entertain you with an idea I have about how to portray them. And you know, knock on wood, it's been very successful in my approach, this kind of approach.
For some of these movies, you work with some great directors like Luc Besson, Quentin Tarantino, and Oliver Stone for your upcoming one. So of these three, who did you find most challenging to work with?
The most challenging would have been Oliver, only because Oliver knows that he wants something special from you, but he's not always sure how to get it. So he throws a lot of ideas at how to get it. And I've always made this analogy, a baseball analogy, which is he puts you on third base, but he wants you to find the way home. You know, so he was the most interesting and challenging as far as that's concerned. Quentin was joyous because he loved me so much that he was celebrating me all the time in watching me perform this character, you know. So
the upcoming movie that you have is with Oliver Stone, Savages. I think it has opened in the US, but it has not opened in Singapore yet. Yeah. The next movie that's going to be released is Killing Season.
Yes.
Maybe you can tell us a bit more about the two movies.
Killing Season is a 2-character movie. It's with Robert De Niro and myself. And I play a Serbian soldier that's guilty of war crimes, and he plays an American soldier that is guilty of war crimes. And we come together to settle our history. And it's quite a movie because it's extremely well written, very dynamic, and very captivating because of the things these two put each other through. And at the end of it, you realize that these are 2 good guys that were just went wrong, not by wanting to, but by the company they kept. You know, joining, you know, my character's case, joining a squad that was, you know, criminal, and in his case, in the American's case, compromising the integrity of rules of war. So they both find their way, you know, through this meeting. So it's pretty interesting. And it's a really good, I think the first kind of anti-war statement that's been in a long time, because at the end of this you'd say, why do we do this? Why do men do this to each other? Why are they forced to do this? Do you know?
You mentioned just now that you travel with your family, but they also sometimes appear with you in movies.
Yeah.
How is it like to have family, in a movie with you, especially your daughter?
Well, I loved it because I think it's the family job, The Travolta family acts in movies, and I think an actor's life is wonderful, and I would really like it for my daughter and my son both to have careers. My wife already does have a career.
I just have one question from a fan. He asked, if you were to go back in time, which profession would you pursue? A professional actor or a pilot?
Well, I'd pursue a professional actor, but acting is what financed my flying career. So I would rather not have to choose, but I would choose acting so I could afford to be a pilot.
You stabbed a federal agent! You come to my house?
Just as well, he's brilliant at acting too, otherwise he might not have been able to afford that.
I think what he was trying to say is, I wouldn't have done it any other way.
No, I wouldn't either if I was him. John Travolta in a one-on-one with AM Live producer Hasnita Majid, the actor ambassador for luxury Swiss watchmaker Breitling, was in town a few days ago.